Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the California Angels at Anaheim Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Jim Bibby, whose record is 15-7 with a 4.16 ERA. And pitching for the Angels today is Chris Knapp, whose record is 0-3 with a 3.67 ERA. And so we crushed the Angels yesterday, a win we needed desperately. It was an offensive outburst where we put up 12 runs. It was 10-0 by the fifth inning. We chased Dave Frost out, who could not stop walking Tigers hitters. And Thompson and Kemp both hit their 16th home run. Jack Morris, who didn't pitch particularly well, he gave up 5 runs, but he did get his 15th win on the year. And you can see right here that we did not gain a game back on the Yankees. So we're still 5.5 games back, and a tough road to go as we're almost at the end of August. And so today is the 4th and final game of the Angels series. Tomorrow we head home to play the White Sox, where we will have Pat Underwood back. So we're looking forward to having that fresh arm to our bullpen. We've missed him desperately, and I wish we had him today, to be honest, because the Angels are a tough team, and we have all of our bullpen available, which is not saying much, but we'll take what we can get here. And our lineup remains the same as yesterday. As I mentioned, Whitaker, Thompson, and Kemp are tired. They were tired yesterday, but I'm going to keep playing my main lineup hitters every day until we can close the gap. So let's go ahead and get the stats set up here. We'll do the lineups rundown, and then over here on the right side, you'll see the 1980 Topps card that represents that player. We're going to start off the Tigers lineup with Lou Whitaker batting first and playing second base. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh and in center field is Tony Armas. Batting eighth and DHing is Carlton Fisk. And batting ninth and at third base is Richie Hebron. And on the mound for the Sox is Chris Knapp. He's 0-3, 3.67 ERA. He's only made 5 previous starts, so his 6th start overall. He's got more walks than strikeouts. Opponents are batting .242. We saw Chris Knapp in the last series, and we beat him. He pitched 5.2 innings, and he did have more walks than strikeouts in that appearance. He was a first-round draft pick for the Chicago White Sox, 11th overall in that draft in 1975. He's drafted out of Central Michigan University, which wasn't too far from where I went to college. His record in 1980, the season we're playing, was 2-11 with a 6.14 ERA. He made 20 starts and 32 appearances, and he had more walks than strikeouts. And in real life, 1980 was the last year that he played in the major leagues, and by age 27, he was out of baseball, mostly due to ineffectiveness. He has one career save. That happened in 1980, but he never got an out in that appearance. There was a run-scoring single that he gave up to Jim Sundberg, and Billy Sample was on second base, tried to steal third, and he was thrown out. And that's how he got his only career save. And so here we go. Lou Whitaker leading off against Chris Knapp. And Whitaker starts off the game with a base hit to center. The last 3 games now, he started off with a base hit. So we're going to go hit and run with Trammell. Trammell grounds it to short. And Whitaker's safe at second. They have to go to first to get the out. So one down for JT. Thompson had a home run yesterday, his 16th. And he's going to fly out to center field. We're not going to risk that. We're going to say no. So two down. Steve Kemp with a chance here to drive in a run. And he's going to pop it up into foul ground on the first base side. That's the third out. So we go to the bottom of the first. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Angels. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Bobby Grich. Batting second and in left field is Don Baylor. Batting third and DHing is Rod Carew. Batting cleanup and at first base is John Harris. Batting fifth and at third base today is Steve Lubrach. Batting sixth and in right field is Dan Ford. Batting seventh and catching is Darryl Miller. Batting eighth and in center field is Rick Miller. And batting ninth today and at shortstop is Freddie Patek. While it is taking a moment to load, trust me, it's Freddie Patek. You can see it right there. There we go. Not sure what the deal was there. And on the mound for Detroit is Jim Bibby. You might remember Bibby got crushed in his last start. He went 2/3 of an inning against the Royals, and he gave up 6 runs, 4 walks. He was terrible, and he has been terrible in the last, look at that, 5 starts. Although he has not lost since he has become a Detroit Tiger, which was right at the trade deadline. So let's see if Bibby can right the ship. Bobby Grich leading off. Oh, no. There's a base hit down the right field line. Grich is on base, leading off the bottom of the first with a single. Next up is Don Baylor, and he walks Don Baylor. So this is already problematic with runners on first and second, and Rod Carew is up next. And Rod Carew gets a base hit to right field. Grich scores from second, and it's 1-0. And Jim Bibby is already on the ropes. I don't know what to do about this guy. We need him. As John Harris, the cleanup hitter, pops it up on the infield. And it's actually caught on the outfield grass by Whitaker. So 1 down. Here's Steve Lubrach playing third base today. He's a shortstop, but they have Freddie Patek at short as they move Lubrach over to third base. He strikes out. So there's 2 down for Danny Ford. And Ford pops it up into foul ground on the first base side. Thompson has it for the third out. So an inauspicious start for Bibby as he gives up a run. And it's 1-0 Angels, top of the second. And Lance Parrish leads off the inning with a base hit. Parrish has been our most consistent hitter, batting .285 on the year now. And here is Gary Hancock, who we're going to hit and run with. He grounds it to first. Parrish will take second. And a runner into scoring position for Tony Armas. And there's a base hit to left field. Will that be deep enough to get Parrish in? It is. Game tied at 1. We're not going to risk having Armas thrown out at second base. We just tied the score. We'll take it. And we'll let Fisk have a shot here, maybe at his old teammate. I don't think they cross paths in Chicago. Fisk bloops it over the shortstop, and it falls in for a base hit. I thought that was going to be caught by Baylor and left. But it falls in front of him. Armas takes third base, and it's first and third, and you know that's hit and run time with less than 2 outs. And Hebner rips it down the right field line. Goes all the way to the wall, and that's 2 runs scored. 2-run double by Richie Hebron, and that puts the Tigers up 3-1. So we're carrying over our offense from yesterday as Whitaker hits a fly ball into deep right center field. Hebner will tag up and take third base. With 2 down, Tram has a chance to get an RBI, and he gets a ground ball that is picked up by the second baseman, Bobby Grich, and that is the 3rd out. So to the bottom of the 2nd inning, Darryl Miller leading off. Miller hits a line drive to short. That's 1 down. Next up is center fielder Rick Miller, and Miller gets a base hit to right. So runner on first base, Freddie Patek. First time we're seeing him in either series that we've played against the Angels this year, as he pops it up on the infield, and Trammell has it for the 2nd out. That will flip the lineup over to Bobby Grich, and Grich hits a blooper into left center field, and that does get down for a hit. Little duck snort, moving Rick Miller to 3rd. And it's 1st and 3rd for Don Baylor, 2 for 3 against Bibby this season. And he strikes out swinging for the 3rd out. So Bibby puts himself into a jam and digs himself out. Back to the top of the 3rd now with Jason Thompson. Thompson grounds it to short. That's 1 down. Next up is Steve Kemp. And Kemp gets a base hit into left field. And he advances to 2nd on an error by Baylor. So 1 down, runner on 2nd, and Parrish walks. So that's going to bring up a double play opportunity for the Angels, as Gary Hancock is certainly one who would do that, but he's going to pop it up just on the outfield grass to short. Patek has it for the 2nd out. And that will leave it up to Tony Armas, who grounds it to 2nd base, and Grich has it for the 3rd out. So we can't capitalize on the Baylor error. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Rod Carew leading off. Carew gets a ground ball to Whitaker. I thought that was going to be a base hit, but instead Carew's thrown out at first for the 1st out. And Harris steps into the plate and laces a double off the left field wall. So 1 down now for Steve Lubrach. And he grounds it to Hebner at 3rd. Harris has to hold as Lubrach is gunned down at first for the 2nd out. So with 2 down, here's Dan Ford. Ford does have a home run against Bibby from the 1st series against him. And Kemp is going to catch that fly ball for the 3rd out. So while Bibby hasn't really settled down, at least we're keeping the runs off the board as we head to the top of the 4th with Carlton Fisk leading off. He grounds it to short. There's 1 down. Next up is Richie Hebron, who had the big hit to knock in 2 runs with a double in the 2nd inning. He pops out to short. 2 down, top of the lineup with Sweet Lou. And Lou hits it off the end of the bat to left field, caught by Baylor for the 3rd out, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Darryl Miller leading off the inning. He had yesterday off as he put in the backup catcher, Tom Donahue. Miller grounds it to 3rd. There's 1 down. Here's the other Miller, Rick Miller, no relation to Darryl Miller. Miller grounds it to Hebner, and Hebner boots it. Actually, it was a throwing error. Either way, an error by Hebner, who has been rough at 3rd base this season. We prefer Brookins defensively, but Hebner's the much better hitter. So with 1 down and Miller safe on that error, Patek flies out to left for the 2nd out, bringing up Bobby Grich. And Grich strikes out swinging. Wow. So good job by Bibby. As we go to the top of the 5th, Trammell leading off. Base hit back up the middle. That's the first hit against Knapp for Trammell this season. So runner on first, and I'm going to let Jason Thompson have a chance to swing away. And he strikes out looking, so I'm going to attempt to steal second base with Trammell to get into scoring position. Daryl Miller guns him down, so not a good call on my part as Trammell is thrown out trying to steal second base, and then Kemp strikes out. So that inning started out with promise, but 2 strikeouts and a caught stealing takes us to the bottom of the 5th. As Bibby gets his 4th strikeout, gunning down Baylor for the first out. Next up is Rod Carew, 2 for 5 against Bibby. Make that 3 for 6 as he rips it into right field. I thought that might be a triple, but Carew's got to stop at second. And that's going to bring up John Harris. And I'm thinking about intentionally walking him. But he's only batting .167 versus righties. So let's see if Bibby can get him out. He's pitched decent. There's a base hit to right field. Carew should score. He does. That makes it 3-2. So the tying run is on first base with Steve Lubrach, 1 down. And Lubrach hits it right at Whitaker, and that's a double play to get out of the inning. So the Angels strike back with 1 more. It's 3-2. Top of the 6th inning for Parrish. Knapp is at 84 pitches. And we're going to switch over to the in-game stats. That's the second hit for Parrish, 2 for 2 with a walk. And we're going to try to hit and run once again with Hancock batting .325 versus righties. And he pops it up on the infield. That's not going to get it done. Okay, so runner at first, 1 down for Tony Armas. Definitely a double play situation as he pulls it to left field on a line. Caught by Baylor. 2 down. Chance for Carlton Fisk to keep the inning alive. He grounds it to short. And that ends the top of the 6th. So Bibby only at 58 pitches, but we need to keep him on a short leash as the Angels are capable of having any offensive outburst at any point. So a pop out to lead off the inning from Dan Ford. 1 down. Daryl Miller up. Miller strikes out. 5 Ks for Jim Bibby. And here is Rick Miller batting .309 versus righties. And he gets his second hit of the game. 2 for 3 now, 2 singles. And we're going to pull the outfield in. So Freddie Patek with his very low power rating doesn't bloop one in. Miller steals second base with only a 74 speed. That must have been a missed hit and run or something. But that's a bad sign. We're going to pull that outfield in again. And Patek's going to pop it up to Whitaker. And Whitaker's under it for the 3rd out. So no damage done. Richie Hebron leading off the 7th. Knapp is officially tired at 100 pitches. So 1 down as Hebron strikes out. Sweet Lou up next, 1 for 3 today. Make that 2 for 4, base hit to left field. And I'm going to let Trammell swing away. I've hit and run twice with him. It hasn't worked. Let's see what he can do. Oh, that was a good idea. As he hits it into left center field gap. Whitaker has to stop at 3rd. And we've got ourselves a little bit of a rally as Trammell gets a double. And that's going to be all for Chris Knapp. They're going to bring in Dave LaRoche, who is a lefty setup man for them. 10-4, all in relief. We've seen him a lot in the 2 series. He's got a .503 ERA. He's got no saves. And we're going to try to have Thompson pull to the right side. And he's going to do that. That should get Whitaker in from 3rd. It does. Trammell advances to 3rd. That's an RBI for Thompson. And an insurance run here in the 7th. And we'll tack another one of those runs on the board as Kemp gets a base hit to left, scoring Trammell. And it's 5-2. Parrish will have his crack here at LaRoche as he grounds it to 2nd. And that's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And we're going to keep Bibby in there as Bobby Grich leads off the inning. It's a base hit to left field. So this might be the last batter for Bibby, with Don Baylor and two lefties coming up afterwards. Bibby gets Baylor to ground it to short. They can't turn two. But I've seen enough of Bibby. He's done his job. And we're going to take him out, and we're going to bring in the lefty Keith Comstock. Now, Comstock was horrible in his last outing. So we're going to rely on him to just get these two lefties out as Baylor steals second base. Not really worried about that run, as Baylor steals on a left-handed pitcher and Lance Parrish. Doesn't make any sense, but Comstock gets Carew to pop it up just onto the outfield grass, caught by Thompson for the second out. That will leave it up to John Harris. He strikes out swinging. Good job by Comstock. We head to the top of the eighth. We're keeping the lefty LaRoche in there, which is not good news for Hancock, batting only 157 versus lefties. Oh, but he's going to get a home run to the opposite field. Holy cow, I did not expect that to happen. That's the first extra base hit for Hancock versus a left-handed pitcher, his team leading 19th, and he may be the only Tiger to get to 20 home runs this season. Sorry about that, folks, if my phone going off, as Tony Armas grounds out to second, bringing up Carlton Fisk. And Fisk walks, and we'll take that runner on first as Richie Hebron steps in. I guess I'm going to have to take this phone call and pause the game. Sorry about that, everybody. Hold on. Okay, we're back. You probably didn't even know I was gone, but sorry, I had a phone call there. Let's just assume Morgana, the kissing bandit, ran on the field, tried to kiss Dave LaRoche here in Anaheim. And then she got escorted off the field. Let's just say that. And so anyway, 6-2, Gary Hancock homer to lead off the inning. Fisk is on first due to a walk. This is probably more for my own benefit, reminding me what happened. 2 outs, here's Sweet Lou. Top of the eighth. Oh, and all that for a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the eighth. And good job by Comstock, redeeming himself from his previously poor outing. And that means Dave Tobick, our right-handed setup man, will face these next three righties. And we're going to bring in Brookins defensively. With Hebner already making an error, I don't suspect he would make a second, but let's not take any chances. If we can get out of here with 2 wins, as Lubrach gets a base hit to right field. So let's not count our chickens before they hatch, as they say. With Lubrach on first, Dan Ford is up next. And Tobick strikes out Ford. That's 1 strikeout for Tobick. Runner on first. Here's Darryl Miller. Miller grounds it to short. Will that be 2? Oh, no! Trammell makes the error. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, those runs don't necessarily mean anything, but it's just in the flow of gameplay. This could be the beginning of a moguling. Yep, there you go. So base hit to left field, 2 runs score. It's 6-4. And Freddie Patek is up. He's 0 for 3 today. Patek grounds it to Brookins at third, and he makes an error. So this is a very, very bad sign. This means we are about to get tied up here, and there's nothing I can do about it. Bobby Grich hits a line drive into center field. Caught at the wall. Everybody tags up. Tying runs at second base with Don Baylor. If we need to get Baylor, I would normally intentionally walk him, but it is a lefty Carew. So just got to let it play out. And Baylor pops it up. on the right side. After 2 errors, who knows what will happen here. It's caught by Thompson, and wow, that sucks. But at any rate, we go to the top of the 9th. We're up 6-4. Mark Clear is into the game. Clear is their closer. It's not a save situation, obviously. 3-6, 3.05 ERA, 61 strikeouts and 65 innings pitched. That is very good in this era. And he's got 18 saves and 24 opportunities. Here's Trammell, 2 for 4 today. Trammell walks. So we'll take that, and we'll let Thompson swing away against Clear. He's 1 for 1 against Clear this year. 0 for 4 today. And he hits a line drive into center field, caught by Miller, 1 down. Next up is Kemp. Kemp 2 for 4 with a ribby. And he strikes out. So 2 down for catcher Lance Parrish, big wheel, 2 for 3 with a walk. And he walks once again. So the Tigers have walked quite a bit in this series. Excuse me. With Gary Hancock coming up. Runners at first and second. Hancock's already got his 19th home run today. And Clear throws a wild pitch, moving the runners up, second and third. Hancock has the chance to maybe put this game away. And he does not, as he grounds it to first. And that is booted by the first baseman, Harris. Might as well call him a Harrer because he made the error. And a run scores. That's 5 total errors between the two teams. A sloppy all-around game. We'll take that insurance run as Tony Armas steps in. And another wild pitch by Clear scores the 8th run for the Tigers. And that might be good enough, as Tony Armas has a chance here to put one more on. But he does not. He grounds it to first. Harris makes the play cleanly this time. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We're going to bring in Capizzello to get these first 2 lefties. And if he could do that, I might just give him the righties as well to preserve senior smoke. Rod Carew leading off 0 for 1 with a K against Capizzello, but this time he comes through with a base hit. So runner on first for John Harris, who made that error that allowed 2 runs to cross the plate. Capizzello walks him. So that was about as bad as it can be. We're having the battle of who has the worst bullpen. As Steve Lubrach steps in, nobody out. Runners on first and second. And Lopez tries to one-up Clear by throwing a wild pitch of his own. So nobody out. Runners at second and third. Lubrach grounds it to short. That run from third does score. Harris holds as Lubrach is gunned down at first base. So we got 1 out. Runner on second. Dan Ford up next. Ford takes a strike 3 looking. That's 2 down. We're down to Darryl Miller, 1 for 1 with a home run against Senior Smoke, and he walks him. And now we've got the lefty Rick Miller up, 3 for 4 on the day, 0 for 2. He is the tying run. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, nuts. It's going to fall short, right? Okay. Caught by the right fielder Hancock to end the game. Man, this is rough bullpens as the Tigers win 8-5. We even up the series at 2. And did we gain anything in the standings? Yes, we did. We did gain 1 game back on the Yankees. We're 4.5 now. And so not horrible as we head home to play the White Sox. We got Pat Underwood back tomorrow. And nothing of note as far as transactions go. Let's pull up the box score and we'll get out of here. As always, thank you for watching. I know there's a lot of new subscribers, and I appreciate that. If you are finding this for the first time, please like and subscribe. You can continue to watch the rest of the series. There will be a 1981 series, as planned as of now. And take a look here at the box score. Who's the player of the game? I think you got to give it to Gary Hancock, who hit his team-leading 19th home run. Yes, I think he's the worthy recipient. Jim Bibby gets a 16th win, a nice bounce back after his terrible start last time around. And the bullpen really did not help out much as Lopez gets his 34th save. Chris Knapp takes the loss. He's 0-4 on the year. So that is it from Anaheim. And we're going to close this game out. Everyone, have a great night.